Welcome to the MindShift Mentors library of guided meditations, all using strategic hypnotherapy to help you empower change. My name is Rob Edmonds, and I'm a strategic hypnotherapist, having studied both strategic psychotherapy and clinical hypnotherapy, and I'm also your personal MindShift mentor. Thanks for joining me today as we focus on helping you stop that cycle of procrastination and avoidance that you've been running. This session has been designed to help you discover how to resolve those needless worries and feelings you've been struggling with for far too long. To get the maximum benefit out of this audio, it's important to listen to on a daily basis for the next 21 days to embed the lessons in your unconscious mind. Please also note, if you're driving a car or operating heavy machinery, this audio needs to be stopped and played preferably when you are at home in a quiet room and unlikely to be interrupted. It's not you that's the problem, it's the patterns you've learned to run. And if you can learn to run one pattern, you can certainly learn to run something else. So what I'd like you to do is firstly, switch your mobile phone to silent. If you're home or at work, go find a comfy chair or place to sit where it's relatively noise-free, and when you're ready, we'll begin. Okay, I'm now assuming that you're sitting somewhere comfortable, somewhere quiet, somewhere safe, listening to this recording, ready to experience something new, ready to experience some strategic hypnosis where you are the captain of the ship and I am the navigator, simply making some suggestions to help you get to the destination you wish to arrive at. So, I'd like to invite you to look up. Then close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow yourself to settle. Another breath in, expanding. Now big breath out, releasing. With every breath, your body becomes more settled, your thoughts beginning to slow. Drifting into that space between awareness and deep focus where clarity exists. Now, as you sit here, you may have noticed that some part of your mind has been holding on to something. Hesitation, a pattern of waiting, an idea that something outside of you must change before you can act. That thought, that hesitation, is simply a learned response. Not a fact. Not a truth. Just a habit. And habits can be reshaped. Because here's the thing. A problem delayed is a problem multiplied, and deep down, that's something you already know. Every time something is put off, it grows, spreads, expanding in weight and complexity. Avoidance doesn't freeze time, it accelerates pressure. And perhaps for a long time, a part of you believed that avoidance was a kind of protection, a way to create space, a way to escape uncertainty. But the truth is, uncertainty doesn't disappear by looking away. it doesn't dissolve with time. It lingers, waiting and gathering strength. And the mind, when left with ambiguity, fills in the gaps. Creating stories, amplifying fear, building walls where there should be doors. Avoidance is a momentary relief. But at what cost? Because you know this, deep inside you recognize that power is in action. Clarity is in motion. Progress is not found in waiting, but in deciding, in choosing, and in moving forward. For too long, a part of your mind may have been waiting for external forces to change. For the right time, for the right energy, for permission from the outside world. But now the old narrative begins to dissolve because you recognize something powerful. That moment you've been waiting for, it was never out there. It was always right here. Right now. And you have the ability to act. Not someday. But now, in this moment. You are no longer bound by the illusion that things must feel perfect before you begin. Because clarity is not what leads to action. Action is what leads to clarity. Think of the moments in your life where movement created momentum, where a single small step shattered the illusion of difficulty and made things simpler, clearer, and easier. Because the greatest shift is not in what you do, but in how you see yourself. You are someone who acts. You are someone who moves. You are someone who chooses progress over perfection. You are no longer waiting for certainty. Because certainty is built through action. And perhaps in the past, the emotions attached to a task made it feel bigger than it really was. Overwhelming. Tangled. fused with pressure or expectation. But now you begin to untangle, separating the action from the emotion. Recognizing that a task is simply a task, no larger than it needs to be. You don't have to feel ready to begin. You don't have to feel motivated to start. You just need to start. And the action will take care of the rest. Like a heavy door that only requires a slight push before it swings open. You simply begin. And everything else follows. And anytime your mind attempts to create a story, to make a task feel heavier than it is, you remind yourself, this is just a step. And I take it now. Now, you see it clearly, vividly. The version of you that moves forward. The version of you that acts when action is needed. Because you know there is a time to step back and a time to act. And now you trust yourself to know the difference. A problem delayed is a problem multiplied. And you choose now to dissolve problems through action. A challenge is not a wall. It is a doorway. And you walk through it. And as you carry this forward into today and into tomorrow, you feel the calm certainty of action. It's yours now. A part of you. As natural as breathing. As effortless as waking. Now, in a moment, you will begin to return fully to the here and now. Alert, refreshed, with a deep certainty that action is yours. That motion is simple, and that power lies in the doing. Begin to notice the sensations in your toes and feet. Maybe giving them a little wiggle. Allow that awareness to move up into your hands and fingers. Slowly opening and closing as you become more alert, more aware. Now gently move your arms and shoulders, feeling energy returning. You might like to move your head from side to side, bringing your awareness fully back to the room. And when you're ready, allow your eyes to open. Yes, open your eyes now, bringing with you a sense of calm, strength, and quiet confidence, knowing that positive change is already taking place. Congratulations, you did really well. I'm looking forward to you repeating this session over the coming days to reinforce and embed the lessons learned deep in your subconscious mind. I hope you enjoyed this session today, and I look forward to doing many more with you in the days ahead.